Game change.
Game change, HBO.
Yeah. I have been sent 7 emails for 7 different invites to the premiere, HBO. Kiss my ass, I'm not going to your freaking premiere of that movie. Please stop sending me emails.
Here's what we're buzzing about at NewsBeast. We've got the great Meghan McCain in the house.
Thank you so much.
Hello, and Ramin. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. So normally we start with that seat, but we're going to mix it up because that's what we like to roll, and we are going to start with you because I got a feeling post Super Tuesday, all political conversation briefly is going to take a break and talk game change.
Game change.
Game change, HBO.
Yeah. I have been sent 7 emails for 7 different invites to the premiere, HBO. Kiss my ass, I'm not going to your freaking premiere of that movie. Please stop sending me emails. I must get one every 3 days. I'm like, I'm not going. I said on MSNBC,
Why is it,
I'm
why
not
is it
going.
a conscientious objection?
I don't want to go see a movie that is
About your
based on my
dad?
family. Someone who is cast as me. I saw a reel of it.
Oh, really? That's
Chick
gotta be
looks
weird.
exactly like me. Exactly like me. I don't know how they got the outfits, the mannerisms, my long blonde weave that I had at the time. Looks exactly like me. And I was like, okay, it's just too weird.
It's just too weird? Wouldn't
Yeah.
that just part of the weirdness be part of the attraction? That's an experience
Okay, so
almost
I thought
nobody
about
has.
getting drunk and watching it
See?
with my friends and throwing a party.
We will go do that with you.
Okay, if I can
We will do it on
this
Beast TV,
party,
maybe.
We're totally there.
Done.
take a shot every time something happens. I don't know,
Done.
but honestly, in all seriousness, my mother is quite upset over it, and I think out of just compassion for her, she hates the entire thing, and they haven't announced who's playing my mom. So if someone on the internet wants to tweet me and tell me who's playing my mom, she would really appreciate it. So it's just weird, and it's a lot of lies.
What do
really
you think of Julianne Moore? What have you
I
what have
think
you seen of
Julianne
her?
Moore, from the ad I saw, it's like a really crappy imitation. She does not get her essence.
I totally agree. It feels very I haven't seen it yet, but it feels very sort
got
of
her
like
makeup good. She looks
Halloween
like clean
costume-y.
makeup. Yeah, and just missing the point of her.
Did you think that the...
Oh, want to hear some good gossip?
Yeah,
though?
sure. What the hell?
Sorry, Rick Davis, who's my father's campaign manager, ran into her on vacation and introduced himself, and she apparently got really nervous and didn't want to talk to him. So, careful who you play in a movie. You might run into them on vacation.
Can't imagine why. Yeah. Now, granted, that's probably not going to happen very often to most people. But
True.
Let me ask you a couple questions. Ed Harris is your dad. Great actor. What do you think, at least in terms of the clips of how they're...
And again, I haven't seen it, but...
No, just judging by the clips, that's all.
Okay, one of the clips
Big
is
caveat.
that he's sitting back in a chair and he's leaning back and his hands are out like this, and he sits like that all the time. So whoever did the research, the mannerisms of everyone, they've got down. But
So
I
good
don't
acting.
know. It's creepy. There are posters everywhere around the city, and they're distracting and creepy.
Is Obama not in it?
No,
No,
it's
they're
just
focusing
about
on
us.
yeah.
Are you gonna see it?
Hell yeah. Come
Oh,
on.
yeah, you're gonna see
If it wasn't an HBO movie about your family, you would totally watch an HBO movie about politics, wouldn't you? They
Yeah,
usually
and
do
I
well.
have, and I
Right.
have in the past, just not this one.
And that's totally
And
understandable.
my other weird thing is, why is Tom Hanks integrating himself into my family's narrative?
What the what?
He's
How's-
producing
who?
it, and he's hosting
Oh.
the parties, and okay, Tom Hanks, apparently you were on the trail with us. Nobody told me.
Well, look,
I don't
can we
get
give
it.
benefit of the doubt? Tom Hanks maybe he's just an admirer of your dad.
He's
Great
not.
American?
I know
No?
for a fact
Come
he's
on,
not at all.
John.
In
No,
fact, I think he might
hosting
hate my
Game
father.
Change Party.
No.
Well, hold on. I think it's a big
And I'm
mistake
like,
to
you
assume.
didn't- I
Tom
just
Hanks
see-
is not a secret Republican.
No,
Is that what
that's
you're
true,
saying?
but he's described himself as a Kennedy Democrat, and I think there's an
No.
enormous respect for people like John McCain who have an enormous, no, I'm serious, who have entered public service and also served their country in wartime. That's a sort of a Kennedy model that we haven't seen a lot in contemporary politics. There have been a lot of chicken hawks. There have been very few people like your dad. So I actually, no, in 2000 in particular, I think a lot of independents and Democrats supported her father's campaign. I did.
I just don't think Tom Hanks is one of them.
Okay, fair enough. Do you think the book got it right?
No.
No?
It's like I tell people, it's like half real. Half of it that I read, half of it was accurate, and half of it is it's not just off, it's complete and utter BS. It's completely wrong and false. And I actually find the interpretation of Sarah unbelievably sexist and completely off the mark. My
So
take.
there.
But
Now-
good weave, the girl that's playing me.
Good
Got my
weave.
hair extensions in.
All right, Ramin, let's go a little deeper into reality TV that doesn't pretend to be through the film of a feature.
Sure.
Shahs of Sunset? Sunset of the Shahs?
Shahs
Both?
of Sunset. It's like the Iranian. It's been called the Iranian Jersey Shore. The cast thinks that they're much classier than the Jersey Shore, but this is a new
Low
Bravo.
bar, low bar.
This is
I
a
know.
new totally low bar. This is a new Bravo reality show about Iranians living in Los Angeles and having very wealthy lifestyles. And it's controversial actually for another reason, because a lot of Iranians have seen the trailer for that and they think it's perpetuating stereotypes. I actually saw the first episode and I loved it. I thought it was really fun. really
What
silly.
what stereotypes?
Really over the type, sort of the stereotype of the Iranian that has lots of money and is
Like
totally
Persians in
superficial.
Beverly Hills,
You
yeah.
know, Los Angeles is sometimes called Tehran-gelous because there's so
Tehran-gelous,
many
sure.
people from Iran living there. But for me, I mean, growing up as an Iranian American, I never saw Iranians in pop culture. The only Iranians I saw were like in a movie like Not Without My Daughter, where they're beating their wives. So for me, this is a good thing, and I think that
Even if it's a stereotype?
I think it's the fact that they're on a reality show and they're doing silly things and buying clothes and getting into fights is better than the terrorist stereotype, which makes them out to be horrible, terrible.
Low bar.
Yeah, not a
but
high
yeah.
bar.
People, right?
Yeah.
But I think this will normalize Iranians, and then the
I think
next portrayal could be even more normal.
I think it's really cool. I think it's important. I mean, think about if every wave of immigration to America had a pop culture opportunity to humanize them. That wasn't actually just done through the filter of a stereotype, but actually people as they are. Even
And
in
reality
show
TV
film.
really, I know you hate reality TV, but it really
do,
does
but-
change the way people think about things. And once you watch someone on a reality show, I think it changes people's perceptions.
Harder to stereotype them, unless you're on Jersey Shore.
I can't wait to watch it. That's a great idea.
So I just got to bring it back to politics a little bit because we had
Of
the
course.
big AZ Michigan primary. I got a piece up today about the GOP's death cage
It
match.
was a good piece. I read it.
Thank you very much. So first of all, your guy, you're a Romney supporter, won Arizona, no big surprise, narrowly won his home state. Clearly, we all know it's not over now. We got Super Tuesday ahead. But what's your sense of the field in all honesty? Should Newt get out if he doesn't win Georgia? Do you think Santorum's gonna clean up on Super Tuesday? And you gotta cringe when your guy keeps making these gaffes, at least about his wealth.
Yeah, I mean, he has made a few mistakes that I don't think are great, but no mistake he made could possibly relate to Santorum saying that he vomits about JFK. I mean, talk about a gaffe.
That
That's
was not a
pretty
profile in
awesome.
courage, yeah.
I know, and I was like, whatever you want to say about him, that's just crazy. And I think Romney is doing the best he can, and he got Kid Rock's endorsement, so obviously the bump he's going to get from that
You're doing something right.
is going to be amazing. Why? What do you think?
Look, I mean, I think the fact that Romney had to fight for his life in his home state of Michigan is a bad sign. I think we've seen consistently low turnout. That's a sign of a lack of enthusiasm about these candidates. I think also just the big picture reality check, he's fighting for his life in his home state against Rick Santorum.
I know.
I mean, that would have been an Onion headline 4 months ago. So I do think that right now, actually, the GOP is kind of reaping what they've sown with regard to kind of pumping up the conservative populists who were furious at Obama, but now they could create a nominee or at least a nomination process that leaves everybody kind of bloody and bruised.
Can I actually ask a question? Because I keep hearing on TV,
Gotcha.
Republican strategists keep saying, like, if Romney keeps losing, the GOP elders are going to come in like Dumbledore and it's gonna it's crazy. It's like out of Harry Potter. Like they're
With
going to come in
staffs.
and provide someone else, like a new Harry Potter, for us to vote for. How is that even possible? We're so far into the primary process. Could that even happen?
I give
I
the
don't
Harry
think it
Potter
can
metaphor
happen.
to you.
Do you think that can happen? I think it's ridiculous. Like, who are they going to choose at this point, and how is it going to
too
happen?
late, right?
It's so,
No. Look, after Super Tuesday, we'll look at the math and we'll know if it's mathematically possible
I would
for
just
no
like,
one to reach the delegate
Aren't you
count.
sick of this, though? I am sick of it.
No,
And I'm saying
you're
this,
what? You're sick of democracy, Meghan McCain?
No, but this is
No,
a ridiculous.
I'm sick of
turnout.
trying to pretend like Rick Santorum is a viable person in any place, let alone American politics. Like, I'm sick of pretending like I need to take that man seriously.
Okay, fair enough. Let's do final word.
Persian.
Persian. I don't know.
Weave.
Any other
Weave.
word?
Weave. How about
Okay,
that?
that's
Weave.
fine. That's right. We'll go for ridiculous. That's all for us at NewsBeast. We'll see you tomorrow. That was fun.
Yeah,
That was really
that was
fun.
good.